Well, let's look at the markets now. The local index and rand are blossoming in early trade. The JSE leaping the most since March 6th as platinum shares shot the lights out, and Harmony Gold securing an historic wage agreement with its workers. Makwe Masilela is the Chief Investment Officer and founder at Makwe Fund Managers and joins us now for a look at all the latest market moves. Makwe, good morning. We always kick off with an overview of how the markets have been faring this week.
So far, the week has not been bad because the oil share has been up just over 1%. The rand firmed around 0.7% for the week, and then oil prices were okay, up just under 4%. Gold as well doing okay, and yesterday we also saw the platinum prices going up. But unfortunately, this morning it seems as if we want to give back all the gains that we had yesterday. The JSE closed up 1.7%, but now today it opened down 1.1%, and all because of this uncertainty when it comes to the interest rate path, because we get conflicting comments coming from the Fed officials, and also the geopolitical tension continues to weigh on market sentiments. So others are arguing that, you know what, anyway, the markets were already due for a retreat.
Yeah, we're forever ransomed between, interest rates and inflation and trying to manage both of those. Let's talk about this big breakthrough for Harmony Gold. They've signed a multi-year above-inflation pay deal, and it gives mine workers raises as much as 1.5 or 1,500 rand in 2029. Talk us through this milestone deal.
It is a milestone, because for the first time in 73 years, they've managed to achieve that. And I think it's also worth noting that for the first time in 22 years, Harmony as a company itself managed to have a market cap of almost 100 billion rands, all because of these high gold prices. Yes, the guys have signed this milestone wage agreement for 5 years, and more importantly, with all the unions. And here we are talking an increase of 6% per annum, and as it stands now, it's going to give stability when it comes to the company itself, as we know that strikes, labor issues in that sector tends to be very disruptive. So this is a good thing for them, and hence we saw the share price reacting positively.
And here's another big one, pharmaceuticals and biotechnology major Aspen finalizing the acquisition of Sandoz China. So they've gained a bigger foothold now into the world's second largest pharmaceutical market as it steams and powers ahead with its diversification strategy. Just unpack that for us.
I think they had to do that. Remember, at some point, these guys were the darlings of the market, and then unfortunately, they ended up with huge debt, and then we saw that affecting their share price, especially during the COVID period. But during COVID as well, they managed to start doing much better because they started doing the vaccines. But as it stands now, it is just critical for them to diversify and diversify in a very smart way. I mean, this whole thing will cost around 1.9 billion rands, but at the same time, they're giving away 4 of their products in Europe to Sandoz, which will be a compliment to them. And as you said in our intro, this is helping them to expand their footprint in the second largest market because they already have a presence.
All right, so this next one, speaks to a number of issues, just societal issues. But Sun International's latest annual report reveals that despite taking measures to close the gender pay gap between men and women for doing the same job, that gap still lingers. So let's make sense of these findings.
I hope I won't be crucified for this, because I'm a male, but I think the guys have done a good job so far. And the good thing is they know they still have to do more. Because if you look, the guys tried to close that gap, and we don't know why it existed before, which is not fair. But so far, if you look into the junior management, the difference there is almost 7 cents compared to the male counterparts. That is, for every rand, the other ones are getting 93 cents, the other ones are getting a rand. And on middle management, you're talking 97 cents to 1 rand. So a lot still has to be done, and we hope other companies as well learn from this. And it doesn't just have to end between male and females. It also has to be between senior executives and ordinary workers. That wage gap has to be closed.
Absolutely, because you'll get them flooding it out at the lower ranks, but not, further up, up the corporate ladder, so to speak. You say it's a mystery, but it's no mystery. It's called the patriarchy. Makwe, thank you very much. And you're still safe. Don't worry. I'll talk to you again next week.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend, and thanks for stopping by. Makwe Masilela from Makwe Fund Managers, making sense of the latest market moves with us this morning.